I'm not gonna lie, I suck at social interactions. That is why the title of this video is fucking I'm socially autistic. I am literally socially autistic. There's no other way to put it. Alright? I'm scared of talking to people and especially girls, bro. I mean, that's something most people can relate to anyways, right? Most people are introverts now. No one's an extrovert as they were before. I mean, just look at your parents, right? Most probably your parents are more extroverted, especially your grandparents, right? You know how the old type of guy, the millennials, the boomers, just go around your town and like say hello to everybody, speak to the cashier and all this shit. Nowadays, as like this newer generation, Gen Z and shit, we don't speak to each other. Like we just generally skip the dialogue. Like, dude, this shit is even more extreme in like Asia, right? In fucking Korea and Japan. Like there's literally like pretty much very little social interactions with these fucking Asian guys. I don't know why. I don't know why the Asians are like this. Maybe because they have been so fucking. I mean, they are tech savvy. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a reason why you're scared of the fucking Korean guy who's gonna play CS:GO to you because you know he's this fucking nerd, right? Maybe they're all nerds. Maybe the reason we are so fucking socially autistic is because we are all fucking nerds. And the people who are more extroverted aren't really nerds. I mean, sure, you're gonna have some nerd, some guy who plays video games that can be extroverted, right? But I mean, okay, most probably, like you can just picture this in your head. The guy who's extroverted is more like this casual type of guy when it comes to technology. Like he isn't spending his time, his days gaming like we do. He isn't spending all these fucking hours playing mindless video games like I'm doing and shit. And I'm more introverted than him, so maybe there's a correlation here. The more time we spend on social media, the more time we spend. I mean, ever since childhood, I've used to play fucking video games, but it's just like the more of a nerd you are, video game nerd you are, the more you're gonna be introverted. It's very, it's a very interesting fact, I guess. I mean, the more we've become so, I mean, the more we become connected with the information age, with like the fucking mass information transfer that occurs on social media and technology nowadays, right? Wi-Fi and shit. The more we've kind of distanced ourselves from the real world and pretty much gone into this new digital world. In the movie Blade Runner 2047, what was it? Is that 2047? Yeah, whatever fucking year, right? In the movie Blade Runner, the one with Brian Gosling, you literally find this like dystopian future where everyone's so linked to fucking technology now. Like you just don't step outside anymore. Like people don't interact with each other as before. People don't have relationships with other people, other women, like they had before. Instead, they would buy prostitutes. I mean, they don't even buy prostitutes. Like even the idea of fucking a prostitute isn't even attractive to the main character, Ryan Gosling. He would rather go and like fucking get his relationship quota with an AI. Literally, an AI girlfriend would satisfy his needs of relationship, something which is not real. In the movie, he'd be like talking to this fucking hologram and loving and literally like having a full on relationship with this fucking AI robot hologram. That's not real. It's not fucking real. It's a fucking microchip. It's a bunch of ones, zeros, and ones. It's fucking Chat GPT. It's fucking Elon Musk's fantasy created in reality, right? And the sad thing is that this is actually happening. Like people right now are talking to AI, like fucking like getting off, like fucking stroking their dick to fucking AI chatbots. Okay. I know it's gonna seem fucking weird and bizarre, but this is actually happening. This is just a start, bro. Like we just reached this new age where everyone's so fucking trendy on AI. I mean, the hype on AI is kind of, I mean, not kind of, it's vastly overhyped. A bunch of what it's coming out of AI nowadays is just a bunch of slop. I mean, everyone knows this, right? AI slop. But however, AI is still gonna be here. It's gonna stay forever. It's gonna be more developed as the years. Essentially, we are going to end up in this dystopian future where instead of going to have a relationship with a normal human being, you're gonna get sucked off by Elon Musk's new AI's 3000 by a fucking hologram, a fucking microchip is gonna get you to burst at night. I mean, we're already addicted to porn. This is just the next step of it. And this is not normal, bro. Like, this is actually scary. It's sad. And this is the way the human race is gonna pretty much evolve into. I mean, I'm scared of fucking talking to women. Back then, or I guess the millennials would be less scared of talking to women. I mean, it's generally like this. People were more socially prone and like more comfortable being social back then. And as the years go by, we started to become more of this fucking shell and more introverted. I mean, there's a bunch of causes to this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a pretty bad childhood. You start to realize a bunch of what we do, a bunch of how humans act, is just related to their childhood, to how they experience life when they were this moldable little creature. How they act now, how people act now as adults, is literally 90% related to how they were treated as a child, what they see as a child, how their parents like treated them, how they were like fucking scolded and fucking beaten as a child. This trauma all fucking carries over until you're an adult. And the reason I'm kind of like fucking autistic on this social matter is because I did not have this pretty much this good. I didn't see a good dynamic of relationship when I was a child. I still aren't seeing it, right? A normal nuclear family, a normal type of family would have, a good loving relationship with a mother and a father, right? Who would, you would generally see as a child how they would start to act within themselves as normal human beings, how they would handle a lovely relationship, and how they would give care you with love. Of course, sometimes you have to scold your child, but not to a fucked up extent, right? Whatever the fuck. I think it's a website on the about fucking Australian government was researching about this shit, and he found that the fucking family members who had the fucking children who had like normal family members, normal loving parents, right, were more prone to become more friendly and have better relationships with other friends. And the children who had like these fucked up family relationships were like beaten or who like their fathers beat up their mother and shit had more trust issues and were like more of an introvert essentially. So a lot of what makes me and fucking social autistic and a lot of people is generally traumatic events that happen in your life. The guys who are more extroverted, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them had like good, normal, fucking natural relationships with their parents. And that actually helped them. I'm not saying that's a universal truth. A lot of people did pass through traumatic events and are still like fucking studs and chads who are extroverted. I mean, this video is essentially just made because I'm so fucking pissed at being so awkward socially. You can do a lot of things in life. One thing my coach said in Muay Thai, one quote he wrote about was that you could like be the best fighter in the world. You could like step into the ring, win and shit, to all this glory. Like give your life to martial arts. I mean, something which is brave and requires like courage and shit, and still be fucking and still have your legs shaken when you walk into a room full of people. You could still be anxious when you walk into a room full of people, even though you have dedicated your life to a martial art, to literally one of the most bravest and most like dangerous sort of fucking activity you can handle, right? Fighting another man, and yet you're still scared of walking into a room full of people. It was really put things into perspective, and you may not really understand it, but I fucking know this for a fact. Back then, little back before, like a year or 2 years back before I fought my first Muay Thai fight, I stepped in the ring. I found this very cute girl in my school, but I didn't talk to her. Why? Because I was fucking so scared of like rejection and so fucking just anxious overall to like get into a conversation with her. I just didn't speak to her, even though I found her to be cute. And in my mind, I literally said it to myself. It may be a bit cringe, but I literally said that, okay, once I am able to actually step into the ring and win my first fight, then and only then I will have enough confidence to go up and talk to the girl I want. Alright? And after actually stepping up to my first fight and actually winning my first fight, well, nothing fucking changed. Alright, guys, but actually fucking nothing changed. I'm still fucking very socially awkward. I'm very scared to talk to, and I still can't fucking cold approach girls in the street without my heart fucking pounded. Bro, I remember one of my first few approaches. I literally tried to approach this girl who what didn't even look that good in hindsight, right? But god damn, bro, my heart was so beating. It was insane. I literally like commanded my legs to walk up to this one chick, right? So that I could talk to her and like fucking get her number. I'm trying to instigate something with her. And I was literally like fucking walking towards her, right? Looking in her direction. In the last second when I was directly like just in front of her after I already made my way to her, in my mind I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. Let me just go home. And I took a fucking sharp turn and went back and fucking like ran away. This fucking chick is probably thinking like, yo, what the fuck's wrong with that dude, right? Fucking eyeing me down, walking towards me, just fucking walk off. I was so fucked. I would like beat myself up at home about it. And it's true, guys. Like I genuinely felt like this primal fear when I'm trying to talk to these girls. Like I'm just socially autistic. Like I could step in the ring, beat another man, and like be fucking like close to dying myself, and yet I still won't be able to speak to girls. How the fuck is Blade Runner predicting all this shit, right? How the fuck is Ryan Gosling such a relatable character? I mean, everyone's saying like Ryan Gosling is literally me because everyone has the same interactions with women and social situations. Everyone's so fucking awkward now. Like Gen Z. I'm hoping you aren't in fucking Korea watching this, but the fucking like Asians are literally like 10x what we feel. I mean, you just look at the fucking Asian societies like South Korea and Japan, like I mentioned before. These guys had like are the pinnacle, the end point of actually being introverted. So much so that, you know, the Japan's population is like drastically falling, and it's like most people are fucking old, and there aren't like new people to replace the old populace, right? A lot of what we are seeing in a bunch of countries, I mean, pretty much worldwide, right? But we can see this drastically more in Japan. Why? But because fucking guys and teenagers won't socialize with one another. Like guys are just scared of women, so they prefer to fucking like jack off to anime that talk to other chicks. This is literally the downfall of humanity. So even though you can be even though you can be strong and confident in one area of life, which is, I mean, for me, it's fighting, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna be strong and confident in other areas like socializing. I mean, maybe it may be found to be obvious to you, but I mean, to me, I really thought that once I would be able to master martial arts and master, go into the ring, something which I'm very proud of, by the way, something which is very hard for most people to even do, that I would shockingly and surprisingly find a newfound superpower to socialize insanely well. Well, that did not happen. All right, I'm still fucking awkward as ever before. And that's something I literally need to fix in me. Like Tate said it best, Andrew Tate talked about being an introvert. He talked about how guys are literally introverted, right? And you can be an introvert. It's just that you have to like snap it out of when you need to be. Like you can be an introvert, but you have to like snap into a fucking extroverted version of you. You have to like wield it like a fucking superpower. It just comes to you. You can be extroverted when you want to be, even though you are an introvert. It's like a fucking superpower you have to like garner. And it's not just about getting girls. I mean, it's very important. And most people won't fucking admit they want girls, but like, okay, we are animals, right? We are fucking Homo sapiens. Of course, we want to reproduce. It's natural to us. Of course, you want a good girl. It's not only increases your status, but it's literally how you're gonna continue your fucking bloodline, right? Stop acting like you don't want girls, especially hot ones. But it's not just talking about girls. I'm also talking about fucking networking with other successful men. To network with people of high value, you would need to be social, guys. I mean, I've been with people who make money online who I kind of admire, right? And bro, when you're talking to these people, it's like you are at a level, like I am at a level which is not like matched to these people in the financial aspect. Of course, if I were to fight them, I would probably win, right? But we're not talking about fighting. We're talking about literally finance here. I'm networking with people who are quite successful, networking with them, right? And in order to like prove myself worthy or to kind of like make sure I'm not just getting pushed off by these guys and actually taken quite seriously with people who can benefit me in my life later on, well, you need to show, I mean, you need to show a certain status to them. And if you just don't have this status and you're just awkward socially, you aren't gonna be able to do it properly. And even then, bro, as I'm talking to these guys who are more successful than me, right? This opportunity has come up. I don't always find the words to use. I don't always know what to say. One thing about these people, especially Gen Z, right? It's very hard to read Gen Zers. Millennials, boomers are fucking easy as fuck to read. Most of them, you just know how they're gonna act, what their psychology is, and what are the next fucking steps. They can literally predict the next few steps of someone who's a bit older. And for Gen Z, it's a bit harder. I mean, of course, most Gen Zers aren't gonna be that hard to read, but a lot of Gen Z, I'm surprised, but like they are very socially aware. Even though we are kind of more introverted now, we are more socially aware than ever. That's why people say cringe and a bunch of all this shit, right? Because we kind of don't act like NPCs anymore. We kind of a lot of us act very socially aware of situations. A lot of Gen Zers and a lot of these fucking guys, right, which I meet, are very intricate with psychology. Like you're observing some guy, right? Yeah, I'm observing this successful guy, right? And as I'm observing him, he's also like learning and like observing my character at the same time. It's actually fucking scary, right? Like it's like two predators meet in the jungle, right? It's fucking scary when you notice it, and it's like insane when you can't really get a grip of what the other person's like. But it's interesting, right? It's like a game. Social interaction is like a game. I just have to like become more adept at it. So yeah, social interactions are scary. No matter where I am in life, and what I did, I still find it to be scary. However, I truly realized that in order to become successful, in order to not fucking end up jerking off to Elon Musk's new AI sex bot, you have to be quite socially adept. It's just like fighting. Just like I had trained myself just like I train myself to be good at fighting, I also need to train myself to be good at social interactions. And we do this by experimenting. We don't theorize. Like, school system is just a bunch of theory, right? But that's not how we actually learn. We don't just theorize about doing things, we actually need to do it. That's how we become good at something. So maybe this is a call of action to everyone watching, guys. Like, just start socializing more. Maybe stop being such a fucking introverted nerd and actually go into social situations. Maybe start to party a little bit. Maybe get to know other people. I mean, like, bro, networking is very it's something which can change your life, guys. Like you can meet people who actually are like very successful in the gym. Like these guys, I mean, like the fucking gym is a very good example of people where you can socialize. Start making some friends. I'm not trying to start making friends over there, or at least just start trying to become a bit more humorous in your conversations with people. Start like trying to be a bit more social and less like this fucking weird NPC introvert, right? Maybe we need to regress back into this old fucking old boomer archetype. Fucking like greeting other people. Yeah, hey, fellow citizen. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Yeah, how are the kids? Fucking shit, bro. But generally, just try to be more social. But generally, I need to try to be more fucking social and shit. And I guess I guess a lot of people need to fucking like do and fucking learn this skill. And if you're watching this video, you probably are a lot like me or very similar to me, where you just don't have this fucking mastery of social interactions. And you know what? It's alright. As long as we improve, as long as there's a clear goal for us to achieve, we can all make it, bro. We can all become better. Just as I win my competitions and sometimes I lose, right? I lost my last fight in Muay Thai. However, I don't give up. I keep going. Eventually, I win. There are competitions I lose, and there are some I win. The main character in the movie, loses 90% of the movie, guys. It's only the 10% in the last final act, the last fucking strand of action, which he wins. Right? He loses the whole fucking movie. It's only at the very fucking end that he wins. So don't give up. Keep trying. I'm sure we'll make it. And I just got and I just have to like fucking snap this autism out of me through like fucking training and application. That's basically it. I just have to make sure I don't end up like fucking Blade Runner, Ryan Gosling over here. Anyways, you got this, bro. Stay subscribed for more, and thanks for watching.